Hey guys, and welcome back to part 5 of Vampire Knight DS. So in the last part we have finished up chapter 3, which was, I would say, a filler chapter. This chapter that we started, chapter 4, is where I believe we're going to be coming back to the main story. So, yeah, like in the series, Yuki spots this a little boy like holding the balloon, and he's lost and looking for his mom. Of course, Yuki being the kind and caring person that she is. Of course, we're, going to try to help him out. Little do we know that we shouldn't be trusting little kids that are just all by themselves. Alright, so we get our fourth rose. A white rose with pale blue color. So this one is called the Crying Rose. So I'm guessing that's going to be added to our rose collection. And okay, so we are spotted by a TV crew, and yeah, Yuki's not really feeling being interviewed. I don't blame her. Just because of all the incidents that have been happening around town with the vampires, of course people would get a little suspicious. Alright, so we're back home, finished everything for the headmaster. And yeah, this is just Headmaster Cross letting us know that yeah, we were spotted on TV. Probably because of that reporter interview. So we have a bit of a spotlight shown on us. Of course, good on us for, sticking up for vampires, but of course Yuki being the stubborn girl that she is, she has a backbone, but she doesn't want to, reveal that, there are vampires going to the school. Uh-oh. This is a vampire homicide case. And of course, Yuki being a little bit naive, she should have maybe perhaps pocketed that rose that little boy gave her instead of just wearing it and being blasted on TV. Interesting how that's going to be going around. At least Headmaster and Zero of course know that Yuki would never do such a thing because, Yuki has a weapon, but she's not a lean, mean killing machine. So we're back to school, and as you can see on the status screen, experience is our second highest stats. Our intellect is really high. Yeah, just because the Guardian minigame gives us more points on intellect than experience. Okay, so this is just showing off Kaname's dialogue if you give him the most gifts on the Guardian minigame. Alright, yeah, after class, of course, we were pretty much the talk of the school amongst the day class students, because obviously everyone in the school saw that big TV special with Yuki wearing that rose in her chest. Alright, so we get a cutscene and we run into Kane.
見たぞ、さっきの。フライングローズって何の真似だ。はあ、とぼけるなよ。あんな手使ってネガティブキャンペーン貼られてもさ、お前たち得するのか。ドイツの仕業だ、一体。
So yeah, even Kane doesn't really believe that Yuki would be capable of doing such a thing. But he is questioning who could have done it.
誤解するな。別に俺は個人攻撃するつもりはない。ただちょっとがっかりしたもんだから。
I'm guessing he questions Zero just because, Zero is close with Yuki. Ouch. That's harsh.
待て。これ以上騒ぎを起こすな。ネタコを起こすような真似はやめておけ。言いたいことは伝えた。俺からはもう何も言うことはない。じゃあな。
Okay, now we see Ichijo. Let's see what he has to say about us being potentially suspected of being the mastermind behind the murders. See, Ichijo is a nice guy. At least he doesn't believe in all those rumors being spread about us. While Kane was like half suspecting us, but also suspecting Zero, even though Zero's got nothing to do with it. I don't know if this is spoiling or what, but hey, honestly, I wouldn't mind joining the night class, just because it seems like the day class students, especially the girls, they don't treat Yuki the nicest, at least from, in the series, just because she's a prefect. They all get jealous of her, just because she has to be the guardian. And of course, he was just teasing us about it, but maybe he was just trying to cheer us up. And he's just cautioning us that we should be careful and not do anything that would make Big Brother Kaname concerned for us. Of course, we're so distressed, we just keep running off. Just mortified. It's too much for us to take. And here is Aido-senpai. So let's see what he has to say. Of course, he's teasing us. I know he doesn't fully believe in the rumors, obviously, given that, he's quite perceptive himself. And Aido apparently knows that there's probably another side to Headmaster Cross that, he's not showing. I mean, given what happens in the series later on, he's not wrong on that. Oh, well, that's an interesting CG. Just get pinned against the wall. Oh, well, Yuki just, in her mind, just says how perfect Aido's lips are. He's... I know he can be a butthole, but at the same time, he loves teasing Yuki so much just because he likes her. Alright, we are on to the next day. So yeah, our stats haven't changed too much. Alright, back to the usual routine. Okay, Kane's dialogue from the Guardian minigame. Alright, back on our patrol segment again. We're gonna be peeking on a good old Aido senpai. Since Yuki is now apparently seeing how, you know, attractive Aido is. Especially when she was just mentioning how he has perfect lips. So we're just gonna be, you know, stalking him. Great job. Yeah, great job stalking Aido senpai here. Okay, so we have the dress minigame. This time, we're actually gonna put on the rose, since the earrings and the white headband last time didn't really give Aido the best impression. Okay, and, well, Ichijo's saying that, you know, he's happy that he's a more mature version of us, and he likes the accessories, which, you know, is whatever. We're not pursuing him, so we don't really give much of a crap what Ichijo thinks. Alright, so we see Shiki. Of course, our outfit being Shiki's style, he doesn't really like it too much, but he seems to like the rose accessory though, so I guess we got like a neutral response from him. Oh, perfect. We see Aido senpai. Okay, perfect. Alright, so he likes the accessory that Yuki's wearing. Alright, so I guess we'll go with the glam dress and rose combo from now on. Alright, so on to the next day. Of course, the rumors are still circulating that Yuki might be involved in something that she shouldn't be. And our roommate is cautioning us that, you know, at least, hey, Sayori's such a great BFF/roommate. At least she's on our side, because she knows us so well that she doesn't believe that we would do something like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go check out the interview spots, because going straight to the crime scene will, you know, cause some more suspicions. And we see Aido senpai. Of course, we're going to say something to him. Oh, so it looks like low-key, Aido's been, helping investigate too. And of course, being in public, he has to be such a tease to Yuki. Well, at least he's not insulting us that much, so I guess that's a good thing. Okay, so he's telling Yuki to go back to school for our safety. And of course, we're not going to argue with him. We should probably do what he says, especially if he says that Kaname suggested it. So, but first, we're gonna, of course, take a detour. We are actually gonna go to the TV station to see if we can find this reporter that made up this BS story about us. Alright, so we're going to be speaking to the producer here. And apparently the reporter has been missing since, that big interview. Well, that sounds very suspicious and quite a coincidence, if I do say so myself. So, heading back to the interview spots. Yep, we see the building. And of course, with the boy giving us the crying rose, that might be something to look into. Of course, we're going to go to the flower shop, because if we're going to try to look for the boy, I don't know if that's going to help. Okay, so we're going to ask the florist. We're going to ask them about the meaning of roses, because if we try to ask them about the crying rose, that's going to maybe raise some red flags, so we'll just have casual conversation. Bright red, flower for passion, pink for love. Oh, and the florist is like, oh, young lady, is your head filled with love? Well, florist isn't wrong in saying that Yuki might potentially be falling in love. So we're going to ask them if they sell, the crying rose. And, of course, they say they don't sell them. Which is kind of odd, because where would the little boy have gotten that crying rose? Especially if this is the only floral shop in town. Okay, and we meet back up with Kaname here. So I'm guessing Aido must have told Kaname that Yuki was in town, looking for this reporter, and of course Kaname, being the caring older brother-like figure that he is, of course wants to help us out. Even Kaname knows how thick-headed Yuki can be sometimes. Alright, cool. So with Kaname with us, at least Yuki won't be, risking herself being in danger. Alright. Of course, we're going to take him up on his offer. Give me an order. Okay, since Kaname wants us to be the boss instead of him. So, alright. So what we're going to do is, we might as well look for the reporter first, since that is our main objective. We're not going to worry about the little boy for now. And we're not having much luck. Okay, so Kaname suggests to us to go back and look for the boy that gave us the rose. So we're gonna do that. Alright. We spot the little boy and his mother. Okay, so the little boy said he got it from the lady with the microphone. So it is the reporter. Must have been not just a coincidence, but also fate that we were given this rose. Well, given that, the reporter just went MIA since, yeah, that big interview she gave Yuki. So now we have a target on our back. And of course we pass out because we've been panicking so much. And falling into Kaname's arms again. It's like Kaname's just talking to himself. As Yuki's just, passed out. When Yuki could barely speak. Okay, so Kaname instructs us to stay put in our dorm room. So, coming up, we are actually going to get our next choice here. Because Yuki is pretty stubborn, we are actually not going to stay put. We're actually going to, just go outside. Because, Yuki can be so thick-headed. She just wants to try to get to the bottom of this big mystery. Try to find this reporter. Uh-oh. And, of course, the reporter is a vampire. And I'm guessing Yuki did not bring her weapon. Oh, Yuki, you didn't think to take your weapon with you before jumping outside? Something like freezing. Well, that's familiar. And Aido-senpai comes to our rescue. Even Aido knows how stubborn Yuki can be. Well, at least he's not wrong in saying that. At least he's not trying to be insulting by saying that. I mean, he is being honest. Because basically, if we get hurt, then Kaname won't be too happy. Crazy bimbo. It's rude to women everywhere. Well, at least it's better than naughty kittens. Jeez. Oh, and Yuki's asking Aido-senpai to hold her hand to walk her back. And Aido is actually not saying no to that, even though he is a flirt himself. Aw, this is a touching moment. Alright, so we're going to be kindly escorted by Aido-senpai. Alright, so a few days have passed. So Yuki's going back to the florist. And coincidentally, the florist shop closed down. That is oddly suspicious, especially after that, that reporter was, killed off. Of course, Kaname, being the man of reason here, he is telling Yuki to just let it go because the case has been solved already, which is true.
店じまいをしたようだね。残念だけど仕方ないよ。ご金製のバラ作りに
So it looks like the florist was responsible for making
その事実が発覚し
illegal
咎められ
flowers.
たらしいね。伝説は伝説。
Best that such a myth should die as a
終
myth.
幕を迎えるのが一番ふさわしい。
Well, I suppose so. I'm with Kaname on this.
帰ろうか。
Alright, so we're gonna head back home. Oh, we're still a little anxious about it.
デイクラス。
Oh, another few days pass. So it looks like a week has passed. Okay, so 1 week later, we are back to the status screen. So intellect and experience are increasing slowly but surely, and we have $2,000 cash. Alright guys, I'll meet you back at the next cutscene after the Guardian minigame. Okay, so after doing the Guardian minigame again off screen, Yuki meets back up with Headmaster Cross, and the headmaster says that Aido informed him of what happened with, the reporter being a vampire. Your blood is catnip to vampires. Well, I mean, in the series, Yuki does have that special blood that does attract the other vampires. It's like the headmaster knows like how thick-headed Yuki is. Like he's like, oh, my girl is growing up. You know, she's not relying on daddy headmaster so much anymore. And he gives us a present. Oh, and he says someone has taken notice. So I think this might be from our secret admirer. Alright, so we opened the box, and we got a dress. We got a dress for free this time, so which is appreciated. And there is a ball. I wonder how much free time the headmaster has when everyone's in classes just to plan all these little events. He must have some spare time, given that he's, when he's not doing his vampire hunting business. Of course, we gotta work hard and keep up our studies so we can have a chance to go to this ball and put on this nice dress that our admirer has given us. And of course, Headmaster being nosy, he's wondering, oh, I wonder who sent you this dress. And then Yuki's of course saying, oh, it's none of your business. I'm gonna read it on my own time. Headmaster has a right to know, like, especially since he saw us making a chocolate for St. Chocolate's Day. And Zero just comes up to us saying that, oh, are you that crazy that you're talking to yourself? Alright, Yuki. You shouldn't get too distracted since we have patrol business to take care of. Alright. Back to the usual routine. Okay, so... yep, skipped ahead to the dress minigame. Let's see if we can spot Aido. We are encountering Kaname quite a bit in this dressmaking minigame. I don't know if it's probably just intentional programming, but not complaining. Alright. Let's see what Aido has to say, if he has any new dialogue. Oh, he does have new dialogue. And he says the rose accessory suits us. Alright, we're gonna stay at the party, even though we already saw Aido. Okay, we see Kane here. Even though Kane doesn't really like the style of dress that we're wearing, you know, we do want those little bit of extra points in charm and knowledge. It doesn't hurt anyway. Alright, back to, stalking Aido senpai again. Yuki's probably wondering, you know, what Aido does in his spare time in his bedroom. Especially, like, if he does any research or whatnot. And also a low-key an excuse to check him out at the same time. Like the pervy girl that she is. Well, at least Aido at this point doesn't mind us, you know, peeking at him every now and then. Because I know that he loves the attention. Okay, guys, I just noticed that we are over 30 minutes on this part. So after this this cutscene here, I'm actually going to wrap this part up. So we got flowers as well from our admirer. Okay, so of course we're going to pick that we want to go dance at the ball with Aido senpai, since that's who we are going for. Alright, the day of the ball. And that's going to be a good stopping point. I know it's a bit of a leaving it at a little bit of a cliffhanger, I know, but the video is getting a bit long. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next time.